Hello, I'm Paul Pluta and welcome to the Paul Pluta channel. Remember, like, subscribe and tell your fuckhead friends about my channel. Don't forget, look in the description for 10 ways you can keep me full time. Remember, these are paid reviews because I don't fucking do shit for free. $20 for a review and you can tip a bit more if you're so inclined. So let's jump straight in, and this here is from Alistair. Archie, after a few years of watching your videos and dreaming of the day of owning my first luxury timepiece, I think I've finally saved and done it. And yes, it did fucking hurt. Now, I know your mantra is Speedmasters for newbies. I did take that on board. For years, my goal was the man on the moon. But now, at the last minute, I turned course and went for the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean 42mm caliber 8500 automatic. Have I made a huge mistake, or have I done okay? I swim a lot, so waterproof watch is a must. One other thing, if it's okay, as a general question, what do you say to people in real life when they question you for buying an expensive timepiece? Mine does the same. It tells the time and it costs me 50 quid, etc. You know the type of question. Anyway, I'll send you 40 British pounds. Thank you, sir. Don't know what that's in Aussie dollars, but it should be okay. You betcha! Okay, so let's have a talk about this here. So, he's gone and bought an Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean 42mm caliber 8500. That's quite a nice watch. Quite a nice watch. What do I think? Look, the Seamaster Planet Ocean, I personally, you want my advice? I'll give it to you personally. I love the Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. It's iconic. I hear what you're saying. You want a waterproof watch. Fair enough. The Seamaster is a waterproof, whereas the Speedmaster, any chronograph is, unless it's a Seamaster chronograph, it's hard to do waterproofing. But let me just tell you as a warning, make sure you get your seals checked, because just because it is waterproof doesn't mean if the seals are fucked, you're fucked. So just be aware of that. You do need to check that, pressure test it every 6 months or 12 months. It's a bit of insurance that make sure that bastard is waterproof. So, okay, let's have a talk here. Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. Hey, I still prefer the Speedy, but if you're gonna buy another Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean, is cool enough. It is a cool watch. Yes, I do like the Planet Oceans. The only criticism is they have so many fucking versions. What really pisses me off with Omega, and I love Omega, is they release so many fucking limited editions, this and that, and they seem to be really fucking money hungry Swiss. Could describe the whole watch industry like that. But I think, look, in all honesty, Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean, that's okay. That's okay. That's as long as you're happy, that's all that really matters. It's not. I would prefer Rolex territory. Yes, I would prefer Rolex territory. But let's be honest there, it's still a very, very decent watch. It's you know, would be nice as a second watch to get would be the fucking Man on the fucking Moon. So, I think it's okay. I think it's good buying. You know, it's a nice. You've got to get something that works for you. I mean, this is the whole thing. If you buy a piece of fucking shit, I will fucking tell you the Omega Seamaster is a very, very decent watch. So I know that's fine. That's a decent watch. I mean, yeah, it's decent. Okay, I'd still prefer an Explorer 2. just my opinion, I'd still prefer the Explorer 2 or a Submariner. But admittedly, if you're an Amiga man, please get the Moon Watch as the second watch. You've got to get, once this hobby hits you, you'll be out there with a vengeance. So, I can live with that. That can start a nice collection. It works for you. You gotta buy what makes you happy, and if it's a shitter, I'll tell you. But that's quite acceptable. Huge mistake? Not really. It's a good watch. Now that question there. People ask you, what do they say to you? Where people say, what do you say to people who say they question you buying an expensive watch? And that's a very interesting thing, because these cunts will do that. And it's funny, you talk to someone, you show them, or they ask about your watch. The first thing they do is they say, how much was it? Okay, so it is a bit of a trap. So often you're best not to. I mean, I've worked with people who said, wow, that's a nice watch. First question they say, is it real? And how much was it? And you think, well, fuck, what sort of, that's not really an enthusiast type of question. You shouldn't really be asking it. But, I mean, you don't go up to some woman who just got engaged and you say, is that a real diamond? How much was it? I mean, that's rude, isn't it? But people seem to do that for watches. And then you tell them the truth. Say like this Omega here, I paid 3,700 Aussie. I got the tax back. So, but 3,700 Aussie is what I actually paid. Box papers, Speedmaster, Aussie, not US, Aussie dollars. Got the tax back, then it owed me about 3,300 bucks. Okay. So the question is, when they say, as soon as you say, I paid 3,300 bucks. Then they say, you see John's watch, that was 3,300. You think, fuck, I hang on a minute, I didn't want you to go crazy. Look, I think the best thing to do is to, you're not a fucking Jehovah's Witness or a Mormon trying to recruit people into watches. I mean, people say to me, should I buy? I don't give a fuck what you buy. You just say, look, you're entitled to buy whatever you like. If you want to buy a good watch, hey, that's fine. You want to buy an expensive motor car, that's fine. You got to buy what makes you happy in this world. It's called capitalism. Free enterprise capitalism. See, we can have consumer dollars. We can buy what we want. Some of you blokes, you like to buy beer, have a couple pints every Friday or Saturday at the pub. Other blokes, they like to go and fuck a whore. See, for me, you could say I like to put it into a wristwatch, which lasts many, many years. You got to sell it right. And the other great thing is you got to avoid, I think the best way to handle this is to avoid the questions. When they say to you, how much was that? You say, look, it was a gift. I got it from a family member gave it to me. It's beautiful, isn't it? I would never have spent that much myself. I think they're quite expensive. You just don't get into dollar values. You're going to get into trouble with dollar values. So I think the secret to answering that question is to try and avoid money. Okay, just say, it was a gift. And it's beautiful. They can be, I think they're several $100s, if not more. Just get off talking about a dollar figure. That's what I find the best thing is. So it normally they set you up, they bait you. So the best thing to do is they say, mine does the same, it tells this time and costs 50 quid. You say, hey, that's great. We've all got hobbies, you can say. We've all got hobbies, some people have fancy cars, some people have, they go to nightclubs, some people buy a bit of dope and smoke that. Other people, so you got to know what is your poison. And I just bought a watch. Or you could say it was given to you. That's always a great way to get off that hook. But, at the end of it, end of my working life, I just said, fuck, I can't be bothered sugarcoating the answer. I just said, look, it's a fucking $20,000 Patek Philippe, the price of your fucking car. I said, you know, in 3 years' time, your car will be worth 10. This will still be worth 20,000. Simple as that. I got shitted off with dealing with fucking circle jerkers. Circle jerkers. That's what they're called. Circle jerkers. So, you just gotta handle it right. I think the best way to handle it is say, look, everyone's got a hobby. What's your vice? What do you spend money on? And sometimes, you know, they go clubbing, they have fancy car, whatever. You know, you've just got to relate it to them. Oh, look, some people, what makes you happy in this world? I'm so pleased that, yeah, I agree. It is a waste of money. What are you trying to say? You've got to try and how you pitch it to these fuckers. But at the end of the day, just tell the cunts to fuck off. Yes, it's expensive. Move away from the dollar figure. Yes, you're right. But what do you waste money on? What hobbies do you have? Always bring it back to them. That's the best way to get out of that sort of fucking stupid question. These guys are jerks. They're jerks. So that's the best way to go. I'm Paul Pluta. That's a paid review for the Paul Pluta channel. Tell me what you miserable, nasty fuckers think of that.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.